Free
3,000 players, dude. Literally $3,500.
for a day and a half.
I went MIA for a little while. I came back to the bitches know who the fuck I am.
I can't deal with people on social media. Like, nobody cares. Nobody
I'm just really into myself. That's
That's
what
it.
I don't really listen
What do you
to.
have? You have like all of it? Like Facebook, Twitter?
Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat.
I just got Snapchat. Never done that before. All right, I'm going to pop this thing off.
Yeah, lovely little bubble I live in. Just me myself.
I'm going to wait for this room to fill up a little bit.
That's not true.
I'm a very personal person.
I'm at the pub, waiting for these games to start. Let's go ahead and start this thing up. So, thank you all for coming in. It's Cody Gelhausen at Squid's Picks. Shout out to Club Sports Radio for putting me on. We got a full slate tonight in the MLS. 11 matches. There were going to be 12. One got canceled for COVID. The Colorado match, they're going to host LAFC. That one's off the board. Whatever. We're going to move on. So I'm going to go down through every single one. I'm giving out all my picks here. I'll start it up top. Atlanta United versus Orlando City SC. Orlando City, obviously one of my favorite teams to bet on this year. The trend's going to continue. But I'm going to play it a little differently in this one. Atlanta United, let's start here. So what you have to understand is the international break's going on. A lot of players are out for a lot of teams. So we got to make sure that we know who's in, who's out, and we bet accordingly. I've got it all written down for you. So Atlanta United, Orlando City. Not much to mention as far as players being out of this one. Atlanta scored 3 of the last 4 at home. Last meeting between these two sides was 3-1 Orlando just a few months ago back in August. And Atlanta, 8 of 9 away, have seen them score, both teams score in over 2.5 goals. It's a trend we've been following. It's a trend we've been betting. We're going to stay on that. And with that, first play of the day, Atlanta United versus Orlando City. Squid special, both teams to score, and Orlando to win at a great price of plus 340. I think that Orlando's defense is nothing special. Atlanta's at home. They tend to score their goals at home. Give me all that value. That is play number 1 on the day. I'm going to breeze through these. We have a lot of time here. New York Red Bulls versus Inter Miami. Players we have out. We have Christian Caceres. He's out with Venezuela, defensive midfielder. He's very important to this Red Bull team. Also, Kaku is over in Paraguay. I still like New York. New York has been playing good football. They're scoring goals. They're kind of settling it down. And you have Inter Miami. Claudio Pizarro played for Mexico today. He wasn't great for Mexico as well, let's be honest. But he's vital. He is vital to this Miami team. I'm fading Miami. I'm fading the fuck out of them. Give me New York Red Bull and a pick 'em at minus 108. Second play of the day. New York has 9 goals over the last 3 matches combined. They're firing away. Inter have been one of the worst teams in the league defensively over the last 3 matches. They've given away 10 goals over the last 3. It's a great spot. Oh, shit, there goes the phone. It's a great spot, so I'm going to roll on with them. Again, New York Red Bulls and pick them minus 108. Boston Nick MMA. Are these games tonight? Yes. All matches are tonight. They start at 7. Atlanta and Orlando City at 7. New York Red Bulls and Inter Miami at 7. The rest are at 7:30 or later, so you do have time to hit most of these. I'm giving out a play for every single one of these matches tonight. We're rolling. I'm not fucking around today, boys. We're going to move on. Philadelphia Union versus FC Cincinnati. Philly, one of my favorite teams all year. Consistently have been great. They've proven themselves. They're a veteran team, the most salty veteran team in the MLS. And they're going to host FC Cincinnati. Obviously not a great side. They were good defensively back in the MLS's back. They faltered. It's a team that's been worked out. They've been worked out how faulty they are at the back. So let's break it down for Philly. Jose Martinez, the defensive midfielder for Philly Union, is going to be out of this match. You look back on September 24th. This match finished 0-0. Philly couldn't find the back of the net. Things are going to be different this time around. I guarantee you that. The last 3 matches for Philly, have been a clean sheet. It's a good defensive team. Do not let that fool you. They're very, very good. Since he has been blanked in the last 2 matches, of course, story over this year and last year, they really can't figure out how to find the back of the net. So in this one, I'm on Union, win to nil at plus 175. Salty veteran group. I think it's a team that has been struggling. They can't quite get their wheels turning. So that's where I'm playing in that match. Let's move on to my favorite team in Major League Soccer, Columbus Crew, hosting Thierry Henry's Montreal Impact. Thierry Henry, he's had his ups and downs over the first 15 or so matches for Montreal, and it's not going to get any easier tonight for Montreal. I mean, Columbus are a lockdown defense. They play good football. There is no Darlington Nagbe. He's still struggling with that injury. So I'm a little worried about that. And Columbus lose nobody with the international break. So you have one of the best teams in the league, I think the best team in the league, who's losing no players, and they're going up against a Montreal team that is not great. They're losing Lapointe. He's on Finnish duty as a winger. That's taking a lot out of their offense. And Ratala, Finnish center back, their best center back on the team. He's also not going to feature. You would be foolish to not take Columbus Crew -1 tonight at -148. That's a gift. We're either going to push, we're going to cash our ticket. I see it as a 3-0, 3-1, 4-1 in Columbus's favor. I love it. Columbus, they've struggled over the last 2 weeks. This is the perfect spot for them to find their form. So I really like what they're doing there. I think they pick it up and they get 3 points, in my opinion. Tiny Dong, shout out to you. New England Revolution are going to host Toronto FC. One of the more interesting matches of the night, in my opinion. Neither team's missing any players. Again, 2 good teams who are, sitting in a spot in good favor. They're higher up in the table. They're in good form. New England Revolution, 6 out of 7 home matches have finished under 2.5 goals. I mean, they're good at keeping the ball in the net. Caldwell and Polster, DMs, they need to focus on Pozuelo for Toronto. If they're going to do that, they're going to have success, in my opinion. The Revs have struggled to score at home. They've been playing 4 times this year in, 7 matches, so that could be an issue for them. So I like the under. The under 3 goals at -155. You know what Toronto's going to give you offensively and defensively, so I think that this is a good look. I thought it was going to be at 2.5, and I still would have taken it at 2.5. Give me 3 at -155. I'll play that all day. And yeah, a drug den. I'm at Killer Rose in Indianapolis. Come on now, folks. Let me have a drink or two while I talk to you people. Come on. Houston Dynamo, FC Dallas, the Inter-Texas battle. Both teams have scored 5 of the last 6 for Houston. Dallas's offense has been poor for the last 2 matches, but they're so potent for so long. Over an 8 or 9 game stretch, they're scoring more than anybody else in this league. So I'm a big fan of them right now. Dynamo, a little different. Dynamo struggle. They do. They're not a good team. They've dropped off in form seriously, but they can score on the day. And Dallas, being the away team, I think Dynamo will find the back of the net. I see Dallas winning this one, but I'm going to play it safe. Both teams to score and over 2.5 goals at -131. You better get used to that because I'm going to be playing that a lot on this card. I think there's a lot of goals on this card. I'm playing every single match because I think there's a lot of goals on this card. So we're going to move it on. NYCFC versus DC United. NYCFC, one of the better defensive teams in this league. They're missing one of my favorite players in the league, Matrita, obviously the Romanian international. He traveled back to Europe, and he's not going to feature in this match, obviously. Sorry, I'm reading the comments as I go. C-Stripe, there's 11 matches tonight. I'm playing every single match. I'm betting the board tonight. I like this card. It's my first show on Pub Sports Radio for MLS. I'm betting the board. I'm betting the whole board. So mark these down. If you don't catch these, you can watch it back on Pub Sports Radio YouTube channel as we finish. By the way, you still have 45 minutes to the first kickoff. Plenty of time to lock all these in. Plenty of time. But I am betting the board. I ain't scared. Scared money don't make money. It doesn't. I'm not scared of making money. Anyways, back to what I was saying. NYCFC, DC United. I'm a little torn in this one. I think the most value in this is NYCFC win to nil plus 128. The safer option is under 3 goals at -141. That's what I'm going to go with. I have a bit of a fear that NYCFC can, capitalize on DC. But without Matruta, the NYCFC is not the best goal-scoring team. I'm going to go with the under 3 at -141. 60% of the NYCFC matches this year have finished under 2.5 goals. That's a trend you got to get apart. And the most damning evidence in this, if you're looking at the statistics, DC averaged 0.73 goals per match. That's abysmal. Abysmal clip. Cincinnati FC is the only other team in the league that are scoring at a worse clip. And that is a very, very poor clip. So I don't think DC are going to score. They could sneak one, make it a 1-1, 2-1. I don't think that's going to happen. I won't blame you if you take the 1-0, but take the under. Just play it safe. If it pushes, it pushes. DC away 4 of the last 5 matches. It's gone under 2.5 goals. Again, like I said, second worst team in the league offensively. Turmoil. It's been brutal. Brutal stuff for DC. Sporting KC versus Chicago Fire. Sporting KC without their best player, Mexican international, Christian Pulido. He didn't even play today for Mexico, but I'm going to play this one out. Chicago Fire without Jimenez. He's in Paraguay. Navarro, he's taking his talents to Venezuela for the break. It's still going to be the both teams to score in over 2.5 goals at -136. I say no Pulido, no problem. No Pulido, no problem. Chicago Fire are very bad defensively. They ship goals. Sporting KC are deep enough where they can slot in a second striker or rely on their wing play to get another goal. I mean, they do have the talent. If you're looking at the numbers, both teams are scoring over 2.5 goals. Have hit 3 straight matches for KC. 4 of the last 6 for the Fire have been over 2.5 in both teams to score. And I think the Pulido loss is going to be nullified by the Fire's defense. Like I said, Fire can score the ball. So I think Fire will be just fine. They score 1 or 2. I see it as a 2-2, 3-2 match. This is one of my favorite plays on the board. If you're somebody that doesn't want to play every single match, this is the one I would advise playing personally. I really, really, really like this play. We'll move it on. Colorado Rapids LAFC. COVID got us. That was another one that was one of my favorite plays. We're going to move it on. We can't play that now, can we? Seattle Sounders in Real Salt Lake. I love Seattle Sounders, a team, again, that I've bet on all year long. No Rui Diaz, no Svensson, and no Arriaga. Trouble. 3 starters, 3 important players that they're going to be without. Real Salt Lake without Rusnak, Slovakian player. He's one of their best defenders, with CDMs, I should say. So I'm a bit worried. Seattle has way too much quality, though, still in the team. I like Seattle to win and over 1.5 goals at -127. RSL has lost 3 of the last 5. There's been turmoil all year within the ownership. It's been flipping and flopping. And you look at Seattle, 2 wins in a row with a scoreline of 3-1. And Sounders have won 4 of the last 5. One of the most informed teams in the league. We're going to roll on with that. LA Galaxy, Portland Timbers. LA Galaxy have fallen off a cliff, man. Fallen off a cliff. One of my favorite teams about a month ago, and they've dropped 4 in a row. Portland Timbers, who was a team that was leaking goals. They're on 2 straight clean sheets. But in this one, I am going to take the over 2.5 and both teams to score again at -148. If you can give me a Galaxy and Timbers ever with this accumulator, over 2.5 and both teams to score, under -150, I'm going to take it. 72% of Portland matches have gone over 2.5 goals. That's a safe play. I see it 3-1, 4-1. For Portland. I see it 2-2, 3-1 to Portland. I do like Portland tonight. And we can carry on to the last match, but I'm going to take a look at the comments. Somebody's talking about LA Lakers. I mean, I don't care about NBA. Jordan Morris, anytime goal scorer. C-Strip, you're going to have to tell me what the price is on that. J-Mo's going to have himself a night. RSL's fullbacks are not quality. And he's a very good player taking on the ball, driving at that fullback, and getting his goal. He's got wonderful feet. He can lay the ball off. He's going to be in good goal scoring position. I like that a lot. San Jose Quakes versus Vancouver Whitecaps. Last match of the day. I'm going to keep it easy. I'm going over 2.5 goals at -121. And both teams to score, I should say. This is hitting 6 straight matches between these 2 teams. I mean, the math is there. I know teams change year after year, but 6 straight times. San Jose Quakes allowed 40 goals in 15 matches this year. That is the worst clip in MLS history. Vancouver not far behind with 34 and 15. These guys can't defend. They're more than capable of scoring. My second favorite play of the night, over 2.5, -121, and both teams to score for San Jose and Vancouver. That is 11 matches. That is 11 matches. We're rattling them all off. I'm going to go ahead and recap this, and we'll leave it at that. These games are going to kick off. Atlanta and Orlando, both teams to score, and Orlando to win, +340. New York Red Bull in a pick'em at minus 108. Union win to nil plus 175. Crew -1, minus 148. Revs in Toronto under 3 goals, minus 155. Dynamo, Dallas, both teams to score over 2.5, minus 131. NYCFC and DC under 3 goals, minus 141. Sporting KC in Chicago, both teams to score and over 2.5, minus 136. Sounders and RSL, Real Salt Lake, Seattle to win the game and team total over 1.5, minus 127. Galaxy Timbers over 2.5 and both teams to score once again, minus 148. Quakes, Vancouver Whitecaps over 2.5, both teams to score, minus 121. No banker in Spartan GZ. No banker today. I'm playing 11 matches. I don't have time to play a banker. Three top plays. San Jose and Vancouver. The over 2.5, both teams to score. I mean, that's a no-brainer for me. That's tough. Sporting KC, Chicago Fire, both teams to score over 2.5, minus 136. That's my second favorite. Third favorite, I'd probably say Red Bulls in a pick them at minus 108. So if you don't want to take all 11, those are my 3. Thank you guys so much for listening. I just want to make this quick and easy. If you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter. Lineups are coming out now or in the next 20 minutes, so I'll be around. But 11 plays, I'm not going to post them on Twitter. I don't even think I have enough characters to post 11 plays. Watch the video, run it back on YouTube if you want them. And thank you guys for listening. I'll see you next time. Cheers.